Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back with a live preview. Like every week, we're gonna be live previewing the full card at UFC Vegas 102. Let's go, man. We got some cancellations on this card. This card is honestly not that bad for an Apex card. We got Yusuf Jalal taking on Kelvin Cater. So both of them are favored to go out there and take the ranking. I mean, they're both fighting for their first ranking. So we'll see how that one turns out for Cannonier. I mean, for Robocop and Yusuf Jalal. We also got Dylan Budka. I mean, Dylan Budka is terrible, man. I don't even know how this guy's on the main card. Like, how do you lose your first two fights in UFC and you're on the main card? Like, how does that make any fucking sense? Like, honestly, like, I don't get it. I don't get the matchmakers for this card. Yo, let's go. Let's go. We got Woken in the house. Let's go, Woken. How's it going, brother? How you doing this I don't know if it's morning for you right now or it's evening right now. For me, it's like 12 a.m. almost. I'm only like 3 minutes away from 12 right now. So we're just gonna break down this card, man. I got like one parlay on this card. I don't have a lot of bets that I like right now, but we got one parlay that I'm playing. Probably gonna add more props on this card. It's a Apex card. We got Bonfim brothers fighting on this card. That should be fun. Bonfim Ismail Bonfim taking on Nazim Sadikov. Sadikov is, what's unfortunate for Sadikov is that we're supposed to see this guy twice last year. Unfortunately, his opponents kept pulling out from the fight, so that kind of sucks for Nazim Sadikov. My boy Jose Delgado is coming back, man. He's gonna make us rich. I'm probably gonna bet a unit on Delgado KO. Like I'm pretty serious about that. I think he's super live for a KO. He could go the distance probably, but I feel like it's probably gonna. I feel like it's probably gonna end ITD. Let's fucking go, grimy. All right, let's do the poll, guys. The poll for every bet on the card. I mean, look at all these cancellations, bro. Juliana Killer Miller. I mean, like I wish this fight wasn't canceled. Curly fucking crispy Judas taking Killer Miller. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I mean, 2025. This is the best fighter the UFC has to offer in 2025. Julia Killer Miller taking on Carly fucking Judas. I mean, what are we doing right now, UFC? Holy shit! Like seriously. And this one's canceled also. Jared Gordon. I was actually gonna parlay Jared Gordon. Normally, I don't like betting on this guy, like especially a chalk because he's like his fights are pretty close. But I think like this guy has terrible luck, man. Now Fernandez ended up pulling out. He's not fighting him anymore. He got robbed. I mean, he got robbed against Nazareth, Hack Perez. He got robbed against Pat Pimblett. I mean, that was one of the worst robberies I've seen. So like, sucks for Jared Gordon, man. I honestly does. This guy has terrible luck, and he probably put a lot of work to show up this week and fight. I mean, unfortunately for him, Fernandez withdrew. We were supposed to see Billy Golf, bro. Oh my God, Billy Golf, man. This guy's an absolute savage. He's like another Dudober or like Prado. That's the way like Billy Golf fights, and sucks that we're not gonna see him on this card. But this card was actually supposed to be pretty good. Malkoon versus Vieira. Bonfim was supposed to fight Fakardinov. Bro, Bonfim was gonna beat the shit out of Fakardinov. I think he's gonna be able to like he would have probably subbed him in the first round. Like Fakardinov, I mean, I know he like I don't know how he beat like Battle back in the day. He's the only guy that has a win where Battle took that fight on short notice, to be fair. Yo, let's fucking go, boys. Let's go. Let's go, Remy. Daniel, what's going on, Daniel? Let's go. Gordon fighting Ruziboyev. Yeah, his brother, Ray. I've seen that somewhere. Have they updated that on Tapology? Okay, this is his brother. He actually does look exactly like him. Have I ever seen this guy fight before? I don't think I have. Vladimir. We're supposed to see this guy. Wasn't he fighting in LFA last week? Yeah, he went to a no contest in LFA last week. So he's fought okay opposition. I haven't watched tape on this guy, so I'm probably gonna have to go back and watch tape on Ruziboyev. Yeah, I mean that's probably good for Gordon now that he's still in this card. Good for him, bro. He's still in this card. Let's go, Ty. It's 6 a.m., bro, but it's okay. I was about to train before sleeping. If I work their late night shifts, let's go, man. Let's go, Luis, in the house. Let's fucking go. Gordon's like minus 240. I'm not fucking betting him minus 240 over anyone. I'll tell you guys that right now. I don't trust the guy at minus 240 over pretty much anyone. I mean, he's probably gonna win this fight. I mean, I haven't watched this Rizaboyev guy, but like Gordon, would not play him at minus 240. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of power. I mean, like he's not gonna probably not gonna knock him out. I'd be kind of shocked if he goes out there and knocks him out. Probably gonna be a tick for tack battle and outpoint. He's probably gonna outpoint him. But I don't even know what this guy looks like. Where's the boy? I've never seen this guy fight before. But yeah, let's do this breakdown, guys. So we're gonna do Julia Avila taking on Jacqueline Cavalcanti, and let's do the poll. We do this every week, and we do a poll, see who the people are picking. Then we break down the fight. I mean, I'll give you guys who I'm picking, who I'm betting on, and then I tell you guys if it's a good parlay piece or not. I do have action on this fight. I mean, which is crazy. I shouldn't have because I bet this line at like minus for fucking 40, I think, or something like that. Normally, like I want to stay away at like minus 240 for WMA, but this one just seems like it should be minus 1,000 if I'm being honest. Cavalcanti, Cavalcant. Is it Cavalcanti or Cavalcant? You just call her Cava. Avila hasn't been the same since he had a baby, guys. So like I picked her. I didn't bet her. Did I bet her against Misha? Maybe I did. Maybe I did bet her because I thought Misha was completely fucking washed. Which C wasn't. I mean, I think C came back after like losing a couple of fights. Misha Tate. C just completely fucking beat the shit out of her. It wasn't even close. Yeah, C was on like C lost to Lauren Murphy, Kevin Vieira. I mean, that's not a bad loss, but yeah, Avila hasn't looked good in so long. I'm not even sure why she's still fighting in the UFC. Like, she probably shouldn't. This is probably her retirement fight. I don't think they're gonna keep her on. But I mean, honestly, I can't even say that anymore. They still have Julia. What's her name? Juliana Killer Miller on the roster. So like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing UFC. But yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. Jacqueline Cavalcant. I did parlay minus 440. Like, I'm just not sure how she loses this fight. She's a much better kickboxer. But, like, let's be honest. I mean, like, these judges, I don't know what they're watching out there. Like, that was a clear 30-27 against Nora Carnoli. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't think she lost a single fucking second on that fight. She didn't lose any minute of that fight. I mean, it was complete, like, one-way traffic. And the judges scored that fight for... One judge had it for Nora Carnoli. Like, what are we doing right now, UFC? This is so bad, man. Even against Josian and Nunes, Nunes was like wasn't landing anything on like significance. He's just landing to the like he was throwing a lot of stuff out there, but like she's got the little T-Rex arms, wasn't really up to land much. And one judge scored that fight for Josian and Nunes. I mean, so like that's my only worry. The only reason like I'm not gonna put more than like 1 unit on the parlay with Jacqueline. Because like if she doesn't finish her, it could be like a fucking one judge might score her for Julia Avila because they don't know what they're watching these days. WMA, I mean, but I think Jacqueline's gonna win, and I might do like second, third round finish. I honestly do think she's live for a finish here. Over 4.5 rounds. I mean, over 2.5 rounds is like minus what's the over on this one? She's minus 550 now, so like, I mean, parlaying here minus 440. I didn't really feel good about that, but the line's moving, so I mean, she's probably gonna close in at like minus 800. Which is pretty crazy, but honestly, it makes sense right now. She's definitely more committed to the fight game, whereas Avila is like she has babies to take care of. She's not really, I don't think she's really invested in the fight game anymore. She's probably just showing up for a paycheck at this point. Let's go, Larry in the house. We're not hitting. Well, what do you mean? You're not playing Cavalcanti? She's gonna win, man. I'm pretty confident in her. I mean, she's minus 500. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst. Like, can something crazy happen? Julia Avila goes out there, beats her for 3 rounds. I just can't fucking see it. I don't know. I'm trying to like picture it in my head. And I just can't see it happen. Even like plus 2.5. Honestly, plus 2.5 and Julia Avila might not be the bad play because like the judges like they score these fights so fucking close for some reason. Because I don't think those were split decisions. They should have been unanimous for Julia. I mean, for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. But yeah, I don't know why they one judge. There's always that one stupid judge in there that has to score for the other way. Julia Avila, I mean, she has a winner, Julia Stolia Stenko. I mean, one of the worst fighters in WMA right now. Gina Mazzani, bro, I haven't fucking seen her in like over a decade. Tani Kianjad. She wasn't a bad fighter. I mean, she's got okay striking. Her hands are okay. She's got some power, but she's gonna be at a reach disadvantage here. I mean, only 1 inch reach disadvantage. Wow, I don't know. Jacqueline actually looks a lot taller. When I watch her fights, she actually looks way taller on tape. I think she's gonna be a lot bigger, and she's in much better shape here. Let's go. No way, a guy who looks like he's 40 years old, 40 loses to a guy who's actually 40. But RoboCop's like this. I remember like a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago, this guy was like 30 years old, and I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, I guess living over there in Brazil ages you quicker than other places. Yeah, guy, I'm gonna go with Jacqueline. I got her in one parlay. I only have one parlay for this card right now. I'll show you guys the parlay later. If you guys are in Discord, you guys probably already seen it. But I got her in one parlay, like for like 0.8 units to win like 1 unit, I think it was, or something like that. But I think Jacqueline's gonna win. I'm actually really confident Jacqueline here. Even against Jordan, so he took that fight against Nora Carnoli rematch in I think that was in France, maybe Paris, and so he just went out there, beat the shit out of Nora Carnoli for like pretty much all 3 rounds. It wasn't close. I don't know why that was a split. I'm going Jacqueline here all fucking day. I don't know how she loses this fight. Honestly, I really don't. Let's go Lane in the house. Going on Lane. Robocop's a lock. I mean, probably, right? Probably. I mean, if he wasn't like kind of chinny, a little bit chinny, I'd be saying like he's definitely a lock. But that chin's like always been a little bit questionable, right? That chin. There's a button right there on RoboCop. But I mean, I feel like Cannonier chin's probably worse at this point than RoboCop's. RoboCop Delgado is plus money. Delgado's like minus 300 now, bro. Like that line's actually getting crazy. I mean, I think he's probably gonna win, but like it's getting way crazier now. He's coming over from like Dana White Contender Series. You remember Steel last week, bro? Like these guys, man, you can only. I mean, I think Delgado's a lot better than Steel, but his technique's better. He's actually got knockout power. Like doesn't need to. He can actually like land a knee up the middle, whereas Cody Steele's mostly just a boxer. But still, it scares you like when you want to parlay these guys. They're coming over from Dana White Contender Series. Even though I don't think Connor Matthews is all that good, but you still got to be a little bit worried, when you see that when you see someone like Steele go out there and just fucking go to war and not even like just completely just forget about his game plan. And he probably should have wrestled more, but you can't trust these guys like with everything. I mean, all right, I'm gonna go with Jacqueline here. I mean, easy money, Jacqueline. I think. I want to see where they open the props on FanDuel for like Jacqueline, like her KO. Man, I'm actually picking a KO. I'm picking like second on third on KO. I mean, I think Avila is tough though, but I think Cavalcanti is going to be way faster. She has power. I do think she has some power. I mean, we haven't seen the knockouts yet in the UFC, but I honestly feel like she could get a stoppage here. I'm gonna go knockout like second, third on TKO stoppage. Cavalcanti by submission plus 1600. I mean, I don't think her jiu-jitsu is like as good as Misha Tate, so I don't know if I see her submission here. But I think there's a likelihood that we could see maybe a club and sub, maybe. I mean, we've seen that happen with Avila, with Misha Tate, but Misha Tate has better grappling overall. Like, this is a former champion. So, like, maybe it was easier for Misha Tate to get that submission. Trollstar, man, all my bets are posted on Twitter. Like, I post my slips also, so you can check it out. I don't fucking hide away from anything like other people on this platform. Don't let me find out you have a star fading you. You should be fading me, bro. You're probably gonna be fucking homeless if you fade me every week. Yeah, bro. Like, my record's all fucking there. I third party track. I post my bets on Twitter. You can check it out. I fucking know. I come out here, bro. Like, I don't fucking. I'm not even trying to sell you guys anything. I mean, I didn't like fucking selling picks like other people. It just feels slimy to me. And I honestly like it's better that we all make money than fucking me trying to sell you guys anything on here. Vulcan, yo, Trollstar is, I don't know. He doesn't like me for some reason. I don't know what it is, Trollstar. Jenkins, yeah, he had an injury, right? Bro, was it from the front kicks to the face or something? Like, was that what it was? Is that what injured him? That's pretty crazy if that's what injured him. I mean, bro, like Trollstar, you gotta do your own research. Don't just tell people blindly. I tell people every week, like, I do my research, but you gotta do your own research too. If you're putting your own money on anything, you're telling anyone's bets. Make sure you do your own research at the end of the day. The people versus the books, man. That's the way I love, bro. That's the way I want it, right? We should all make money, and then like that's the fucking goal every week for me. All right, yeah, Santos submission, bro. Lane, that was fucking crazy, right? I mean, bro, that was like like that was. I wish I put more on it. Honestly, like I do. I wish I put more on that. Like that was so fucking nice. That was sick. And the DDP moneyline cash too. I should have probably played him by decision. I mean, but Sean Strickland is so tough, man. I knew he was probably gonna go the distance, but this is fucking nice, man. I told people like that he's gonna be live for a submission, and the plus 1,000. I mean, on like FanDuel, they're offering like plus 1,000 for second on third round submission. So that was fucking sick, bro. Hopefully we can cash something like this. Probably gonna play like Vieira second, third round submission. I think he's gonna be live for a submission on this card. So I'm probably gonna play like Vieira second, third round submission. Yeah, that was nice. That was really fucking nice though. All right, let's move on to the next fight. We got Walter fucking Walker, man. This guy is this guy cost me $200 units on again in his debut against Lucas Berger. What a terrible fight that was, man. That was just fucking horrible. Let's do this poll. So the people are picking Cavalcanti at 100%. Avila, like, yeah, I agree with you guys. I think he's gonna win for. I wouldn't say 100%. Like, there's never a 100% chance that someone's gonna win in MMA. Something can go wrong. So he might break an ankle. God forbid. So he might break her ankle, then we lose our fucking money on her at minus 40. So I remember, like, you guys remember Fazeev over Gamrot? I mean, bro, I had like $600-700 on Fazeev parlays, battle parlays, Fazeev parlays. Like, I think who did Battle fight? I think Battle fought Fletcher on that card. I think it's Fletcher, right? Yeah, I had everything, like all my parlays ending with Fazeev, and fucking Fazeev just sold, man. Fazeev sold so bad. That was disappointing. And the same thing with Walter Walker. Like, I don't want to fucking trust this guy. If he can't get takedowns here, even though I think Donto Mays is absolutely fucking terrible. What's going on, Bob, in the house? Let's go, Bob. Can we just forget about Jubilee, man? I don't know anyone named but Jubilee. I don't know who's Jubilee who, bro. I don't fucking know anyone called Jubilee. Did he fight? Does he fight in the UFC? I'm not really sure if I heard about Jubilee. You guys gotta fill me in who that is. All right, so guys, Walter Walker, he's gonna win this fight. I think. I mean, not that I think. I do think he's gonna he should win this fight, right? He's gonna get takedowns. He's big enough that he should be able to get takedown. Down, like, what's that guy's name? Hamdi Abdulwahab, that fucking absolute. I mean, I don't even know how that guy keeps winning. Honestly, I really can't tell you guys. He keeps winning somehow when he shouldn't be winning. Like, he actually hurt Donto Mays, and he almost finished him in the first round. Then he took him down when we wanted to take him down. Like, Donto Mays is fucking terrible. He beat Kaya Machado. Machado is another guy that's terrible. I don't know why people keep betting on Machado. He's another terrible guy. Rodrigo Nascimento, bro. I don't know how Rodrigo Nascimento is fucking ranked at heavyweight. I mean, I really can't tell you guys. Like, heavyweight's so bad. I'm picking Walter Walker. I mean, I have to. I can't pick Donto Mays. This guy trains with John Jones, and he's probably one of the worst guys that ever trained with John Jones. Wasn't he the guy that injured John Jones when he had to pull out from that fight again? Who was he fighting? I forgot who he was supposed to fight. But yeah, wasn't he the guy that injured? It was Stipe. It was Stipe, I think, last year. So he's the guy that was wrestling John Jones, and he fucking broke John Jones' arm or something like that, or ACL. So, like, Donto Mays is an absolute beast in the gym, but the guy is terrible when he shows up to fight. If you do want to sprinkle Donto Mays by decision, honestly, that wouldn't be a bad play. That's the only way I see this guy winning, because I think Walter Walker is pretty tough, so I don't see him getting knocked out by Donto Mays. Let me go back. So you guys remember that which fight was it? Arlovsky. I bet Arlovsky there. I bet Arlovsky at, like, I think it was like plus 100 or minus 105. And Arlovsky was beating Donto Mays up in the first round and a half. Then he got fucking knocked out. That was like, after that, I'm like, I'm done betting on this guy's fights. That's how highly I think of Donto Mays. He's one of the worst guys in UFC right now. Like, losing to Rodrigo Nascimento 2 times. I think that was our, like, lock, right? Well, I think Volkan. Remember we locked this guy? We locked Rodrigo Nascimento. If you're still in here, Volkan, you remember that? On that, my lock was Petroski over Vieira, I think, on that Brazil card. That was like, I don't know, was that like 2 years ago now? It was actually a while ago. That was like a year and a half ago. I mean, it feels like almost 2 years. Yeah, I had a Petroski locked over Vieira, which was probably a really bad lock. I mean, it didn't turn out well for me. Then we had to pick a lock of the week because Petroski, I think he got sick or something like that on that Brazil card. He didn't end up fighting. Then we picked Nascimento. And it was honestly one of the worst fights I've seen. Like, every time I watch Donto Mays, I'm just shocked this guy's in the UFC and he's ranked somehow. It doesn't make sense to me. He can win this fight maybe by decision if he can, like, get up and make Walter Walker work, because I don't think Walter Walker has any striking. Like, I haven't seen him strike and, like, look good. at all. Like, so I don't know. Like, he's probably getting better now. I'm not fucking betting him minus 230. If you guys are, like, good luck. He's probably gonna win, but like I don't trust this guy minus 230. I tried betting him over Lucas, one of the worst guys in UFC. Lucas is like one of the worst guys in UFC, and he managed to lose that fight somehow. I'll pick him, but I'm not fucking betting this guy. Let's see who the chat's picking. So people are picking Walter Walker. Not Walter. Is it Walter Walker? Yeah, Walter Walker. Is he gonna finish him, guys? Like, you guys think he's gonna finish him? I'm leaning towards submission, but I'm not really sure. Like, is he gonna get a heel hook on Don Tomaze? I mean, getting heel hook on Taffer Brothers is like one thing, right? Taffer Brothers are absolutely atrocious. But like, I think Don Tomaze is better wrestling. I mean, not really better wrestling. Let me say, like, he has better like submission grappling than like guys like Taffer Brothers. Those guys are just terrible. And I can't believe I switched my pick to Tafa last week. I was picking Teixeira all week. Then I was like, oh, this guy hasn't fought anyone. Then I fucking picked Tafa last second. We had a crazy parlay on the main card too. The only guy that, like, we had a crazy parlay. Fight doesn't go to distance, Balato, Karud, and that's the only leg that killed our parlay on the live stream. We had another one. What was the other one? It was under 1.5 rounds in Tafa fight, and it was over 1.5 rounds in a VLE fight, and the fight goes to distance in the main. That was like plus 300 almost. But Karud and Balato, I mean, those are two guys they're probably never gonna bet on. Those guys are just fucking terrible, like really bad. Walter Walker is gonna win, I think. Probably decision. It could be like a split, even. Like, it could be one of those sloppy fights, like Hamdi Abdul Wahab versus Jamal Pogues. But I feel like Walter Walker can get takedowns here. If he starts getting takedowns, maybe you can live bet him. I think it's gonna be a good sign if he starts getting takedowns, because I don't really trust his striking. Even though Don Tomaze is horrible, he's got some power. We've seen him drop people before. Like it up, guys. Yeah, let's fucking go. Like it up. This is gonna be a sloppy decision. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. If Walter Walker can get him out of there with ground and pound early, but there's a chance that he can like get on top of him and Don Tomaze is just fucking stuck and he gets finished off. That can happen, but we'll see how Walter Walker looks. Beating a Taffer Brothers, I mean, doesn't really tell me anything at this point. Fade, yeah, the Taffer Brothers are just terrible. Both, I mean, Junior Tafa. Did you guys watch Junior Tafa's last fight? It was one of the worst fights I've seen. They're so tired, and those are one of the worst fights I've seen. Plus Bonfim's, trust me, I'm not betting this one. Yo, what's going on, Antoine, in the house? Go, Antoine. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know how they're ranked. I mean, even like another guy that's ranked. I mean, Rodrigues Nascimento is ranked in top 15 somehow. So is Mays, I think, isn't he? Yeah, he's not ranked. I thought this guy was ranked, or is he? Maybe he is ranked. I don't even fucking know at this point. Yeah, the winner should probably fight Teixeira. So whoever wins this fight should probably fight Teixeira next. I want to see that matchup. Always fade Tafas. Yeah, I'm never picking him again. I was picking Teixeira, then I was like, he hasn't fought anyone. Like, Teixeira, he could get knocked out, but Tafas are just terrible. Teixeira is actually a monster, man. The guy is like 6'7", 6'9". He's actually like that elbow that he landed was nasty too. All right, let's move on. Yeah, I'm not fucking betting this guy. Like, I don't trust him, honestly. If like minus 150 would probably make sense for Walter Walker, because I think he can get takedowns. He's gonna win. But Don Tomaze is just one of those guys. Like, he's just so unpredictable, man. You never know what this guy's gonna fucking do. He might show up and look good, and he might show up and look terrible. Like, it's one of those guys. It just depends what kind of Walter Maze is gonna show up. But I think Walter Walker is like, he's got a higher ceiling. But yeah, I can't bet him at minus 225. Maybe we'll play like something on the live stream. Maybe Walter Walker ITD. What's the ITD in this one? Maze by decision. I mean, that's not a bad play. Plus 350. Maze by decision. You might as well play the money line then. Maybe Maze plus 2.5. I mean, but I'm just gonna fucking stay away from this one. I don't like this. I don't want to bet this way. Let's move on. Next fight on the card is gonna be Vince Morales versus Eliza Smith. Man, I've seen Morales line drop today. I mean, let's do this poll. So the people are picking Walter Walker at 73%. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Walter Walker, but I don't fucking trust the guy with my money. Morales. No, I am picking the underdog here, Smith. Like, don't get me wrong, Smith's pretty good, right? Like, I bet this guy on Contender Series at minus 200. Like, where was he? So I bet this guy at minus 200. He took the fight on short notice against Aaron Cow, who's like 5'4" from City Kickboxing. Like, I don't know how this guy's like 5'4" fighting at 135. He should probably fight at 125. This guy, Aaron Cow, he had a crazy like tats on his face too. If you guys seen it, this guy right here. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, you guys seen those tattoos on his face? He's tough though. He's definitely tough, but if he was a little bit bigger, I think he probably would have finished Eliza Smith in the third round because Smith was tired, man. I've seen him tired before. When he fought Reyes Cortez, he got really tired like after like 7 and 8 minutes, and he got fucking finished off after like slept. Reyes Cortez, I mean, obviously he's okay. He's not that bad, but he's fighting okay, guys. I mean, Christian Strong's okay. He's actually going to be in the Dana White Contender Series soon, I think. He's not bad. He's got power, so like, but I think Morales is so tough, man. I don't know if I see Smith just knocking him out. If you can't knock out a 5'4" guy who's like fucking a midget, like am I gonna pick you to like knock this guy out who's been fighting the better guys in UFC, like he's been in UFC for a bit longer. The 6 record obviously doesn't look good on paper, but losing to Milo Jones is okay. I mean, Martinez was ranked and still is probably ranked in the top 20, I think. Luke Smoka, I actually bet Luke Smoka there, and I lost my money there. I'm betting on Luke Smoka. I thought he was gonna win. I honestly thought Luke Smoka was gonna win that fight. I was gonna submit him. I think I picked him as submission. Yeah, that was a fucking while ago. Chris Gutierrez losing to Chris Gutierrez, Song Dong. Like, he's not losing to bad guys, right? For me, this one's like prove it for Eliza Smith. He's 22 years old, man. Like, he's gonna be 10 years younger. I'm gonna lean towards Morales here. I think Morales can get this one done. Laplace fight was short notice for Morales. Was it? I wasn't aware of that. Honestly, like Laplace, he would beat him. I would pick a Laplace over. I would bet Laplace over Smith any fucking day of the week. Let's get it. Let's fucking go tie. Give it right back to him without even freeing. I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about, Douglas. Smith might get a really good game plan from his pops. Bro, his pops, like, I know his pops, Gilbert Smith, his name is. He didn't really make it to the UFC. He made it to the Ultimate Fighter, and he fucking lost, I think. Because it really wasn't that good. Like, he probably knows the game. I mean, he's been preparing his son from, like, since he's, like, 18, 16 years old. So the guy's been fighting. He's got this many fights in the last, like, 4 years. So he's been active, right? He's been putting in the work. Yeah, he went pro at like he had an amateur career, and he went pro at like, what was it, like when he was like 20 years old, when he was 19 years old. So he's definitely been putting in the work. He's been fighting every year. That's normally a good sign. But I'm gonna go with the guy that's been fighting the better guys and has better cardio. Let's get it. Let's go. Let me know who you guys are picking in this one. I'm gonna lean towards Morales. I think Morales is not bad, man. I mean, his striking is okay. I mean, he lost to Laplace, who's one of the better kickboxers at 135. Clean kickboxing, has good cardio, has decent takedown defense. And Morales was in there, man. He's still trying to win that fight. Couldn't really make it happen. His chin is pretty good. I trust Morales' durability more than Smith at this point. I think Morales has better cardio. He's been here for a bit longer. So he probably needs to win, or he's going to get cut from the UFC. I don't think they're going to keep him around if he loses another one here. I'm going to go Morales here. How much of a speed difference do you think we'll see in this match? I think there's going to be a speed difference for sure, because there's a 10-year age gap. Normally there is. And Smith's striking is really good. I like his striking. But his grappling is okay. He'll mix in takedowns, which might cost him here, because Morales does have pretty good submissions if you shoot takedowns on him, like, recklessly. But I think Smith's he's gonna look to mix in takedowns, and he's grappling wasn't really able to hold down Tao. So I'm not really sure how good his wrestling really is, because it really wasn't able to control a guy who's 5'4". So I don't really see him controlling Morales, who's like way bigger than the guy that he fought in Dana White Contender Series. I'm gonna lean towards Morales. The line's actually dropping now. I thought it was gonna be like way wider. I thought we are gonna be able to get Morales to like plus 200. He's plus 135 now. At one point, he was plus 200, and I was like waiting to see how far it was going to go. Fuck, I should have put at least like 50 on it at plus 200. Plus 135. I like the plus 3.5 from Morales. I don't see him getting finished here, and he's not losing at 30-27. Morales ITD plus 400. Morales wins by decision. Tossing out for Morales wouldn't be a bad. I'm gonna parlay that was something I like on this card later. I agree. Should be a close fight. I don't think Lane's fading any Bonfim brothers. Are you, Lane? I don't think so. Yeah, what's going on, Antoine? Let's go, Antoine, in the house. Lane's never fading in Brazilians. I mean, we should have probably faded Bruno Brazil last week. That was the easiest money on fucking Kong Wang. But it was a pretty shitty fight too. Let's go. Bro, it's raining so bad right now. Is it where you at? Bro, for me, it's cold as fuck right now. It's like 20 minus 20 right now over here in Canada. I'm going to lean towards this one going over 2.5 rounds, and I think Morales can pull it off later. So I'm going to pick Morales here. Third round stoppers or like a decision. Could be 29-28 either way, honestly. But I'm going to lean towards the underdog here. Let's move on. Next fight on the card is going to be Gabriel Bonfim taking on Chaos Williams. So Bonfim was supposed to fight. Who was supposed to fight on this card? He was supposed to fight Fakardinov here. So this was supposed to be the fight. Let me do the poll. Let's do the poll for this one. So this guy was supposed to fight Fakardinov here, and unfortunately Fakardinov withdrew because he probably knew he was going to be done for. I would have bet on Bonfim for sure there. I bet Fakardinov in the last fight, and I don't think he won that fight. I got lucky on that one. The chat's picking Morales at 62% right now. Damn, you guys are picking the same side as me, eh? That's fucking, I'm kind of shocked. I think he can win. I mean, I do think Smith has all the talent. He's 22 years old. He's got a bright future. But we'll see. We'll see how he looks in his debut. I've seen him slow down so many times in his fights. I could see Morales really turns up the pressure on him. I think he can like break him later. Bonfim versus Chaos Williams. So I'll tell you guys, I was gonna pick Chaos Williams. Like then I watched more tape on Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams is a brawler, guys. It's not really that technical. Like Bonfim is gonna be the much better MMA fighter here. Doesn't mean he's gonna win 100%, but I honestly do think Bonfim's a better MMA fighter. He's got more like better striking at range, technical striking. I'm obviously losing to Dalby isn't the best sign, right? But he was pretty much beating up Dalby in the first round and a half, and then he just broke because he couldn't put him away early. I think he learned from that mistake. Then he fought Angelusa. Wasn't that impressed with the Angelusa fight. I did pick him by decision there, but honestly, he really didn't look all that good in that fight to me. He was getting taken on, but he was landing good shots in the clinch, landing some knees, elbows on Lusa. Lusa's kind of like made. I do think Chaos Williams is a lot better than Lusa. But Chaos is going to be looking for that one punch knockout power. He's going to be looking for that one punch knockout, and I could see Bonfim just staying away, playing it safe, landing leg kicks, landing body kicks and stuff like that, landing knees when Chaos is trying to close the distance. I don't know if he's going to take him down, guys. Chaos Williams' takedown defense is fucking crazy good, man. I've never seen this guy taken on. I mean, I watched his last 4 or 5 fights, and I don't remember a time seeing this guy getting taken on by anyone. It's like, I think Bonfim's gonna have to like hurt him on the feet. Then maybe if Chaos Williams shoots, he goes for a takedown, maybe you can like grab his neck right and fucking choke him out, maybe. But honestly, I just can't see like him fucking submitting Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams is so tough, man. He's gonna have to like sleep him if he catches him in a submission, because I don't think Chaos is the guy that's gonna just tap out like that. I've seen this guy survive, man. He can take a fucking big shot. If anyone has a better chin, I think Williams has a better chin. He's tougher than Bonfim. I think Bonfim's a better fighter, so I'm gonna lean towards Bonfim. But this is one of those fights I just want to sit back and watch, because if Bonfim makes a mistake and he starts brawling with Chaos, I don't think it's gonna end well for him, because I do think Chaos has better chin and durability. He's tougher than Bonfim. We've seen Bonfim break before. When he knows he can put these guys away and he's brawling, he runs out of cardio. I don't think Williams is the type of guy that's gonna fold when things get tough. So like honestly, like Chaos Williams, like round 2, round 3 KO wouldn't be a bad play, because of Bonfim. We've seen him tired before. Like Dalby only has 1 KO in the UFC, and it's over Bonfim. Like that's not a shock, right? Like I mean, who's to say? Like, I think Williams has way more power than Dalby, but Williams doesn't really throw knees in the clinch. That's what kind of like folded Bonfim in that fight. He couldn't. He took like 5, 10 knees to the face, and he got dropped after that. But Chaos has crazy power, so if he lands a clean shot, I think he can put him out. So I'm still gonna lean to Bonfim as a pick because I do think he's got more avenues to get this win. Maybe wrestle, mix some takedowns here and there. Uh, Land leg kicks. I think those leg kicks are gonna be there from range. But the problem, one thing I'll say about Bonfim is that like he'll keep his chin right up in there when he's swinging, when he's trading in the pocket. So that could be an issue for him here. And Chaos is gonna have reach advantage. 77 reach advantage. Is that really true? Like I don't know if that's really fucking real. That's crazy. Seems crazy, right? 77-inch reach over like 72. It could be a problem for Bonfim maybe. Yeah, I was so ashamed. Yeah, Bruno Brazil. Every time he fights someone that has power, like I feel like he just kind of forgets. He doesn't want to be out there anymore. He doesn't want to fight anymore. I see it happen. I've seen it happen like twice now with Bruno Brazil. Chaos don't put up pace on like Dolby. That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm shocked this isn't on a pay per view, yo. You mean this fight right here? Or you mean this card? This card is not going to be a pay per view, but this should be on the main card. I'm actually kind of shocked this fight's not on the main card. It's kind of shocking to me. Dolby's KO was not power based. It was just kind of like broke him. He just kind of broke him, but that's what I'm saying, right? Chaos doesn't break the man. He's in there, like he's getting picked apart by Battle. Well, not Battle. It was Randy Brown. He hurt Randy Brown early, then he's getting picked apart. Then he's still in there trying to make something happen. So if anyone's tougher, I think Williams is tougher, but it doesn't mean he's gonna win the fight. I'm still gonna go with Bonfim, but I'm not fucking betting Bonfim here. Maybe like I think this isn't. I'm gonna go towards Bonfim winning it on the scorecards. Because I think Chaos is going to put up a pretty good fight. And he's taking this fight on short notice. So, like, that's also a factor for me for Chaos. If I was going to pick underdog in Chaos, I don't want to see him take the fight on short notice, right? We've seen him just go to a tick for tack battle with Bedoya, who's fucking terrible. Bedoya is actually pretty bad. And I was watching the fight back, and I was like, holy shit, that fight was way closer than I remember. Even in Miguel Baeza fight, Baeza was hurting him and landing leg kicks at range. And eventually knocked him out later. And Baeza had good moments in that fight. So like Williams third round TKO, if Bonfim can't get him out of there and he starts getting tired and he slows down, then I think Williams can land something later in the third round. So I'm probably gonna play third round Williams KO and then Bonfim decision maybe. I think those are the best that I like on this fight right here. Let's move on. Let's see what the odds are. It's kind of shocking to see Williams at plus 180. I mean, honestly, like he's cast as a big underdog before. He was underdog to who was it? Morono. Yeah, he was like a plus 300 underdog to Morono at one point when he made his UFC debut, I think, a while ago. Let me see if I can find it here. It was back in 2020, guys. Plus 300 underdog, and he knocked him out in 27 seconds. Then he was underdog to Razak Alasan, plus 175, and knocked him on 30 seconds. Bro, this guy, I'm not fucking betting against this guy. This guy's scary to bet against. Yeah, if Bonfim makes one mistake, it could be fucking over for him. It could be over for him. So like, even though I think Bonfim should win, like betting him at minus 250, fuck, it's kind of scary to me against Williams, who has crazy power. Only needs to land one clean shot, and he could be night for Bonfim. Bonfim chin isn't that bad, honestly. Like Carlson Harris chinny, and these guys are Baeza chinny. I mean, Alasan's kind of chinny, Morono's kind of chinny. So these guys that he's knocking out with one punch, they have been chinny throughout their career. Let's be honest. Let's move on. Next fight on the card is going to be Estevam, Rafael Estevam versus Jesus Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar is another guy that people just don't respect that much. Chat's picking Bonfim at 55%, and the rest picking Williams at 45%. I think Williams is not a bad underdog if you want to sprinkle something on this on underdog. Chaos Dog of the night. He could win. Honestly, he could win. I'm gonna lean towards the guy that has full camp, and he already knew he was supposed to fight on this card. and also is a better grappling, has better. I mean, I wouldn't say he has a better cardio. They both have like same type of cardio. I feel like. Oh yeah, over 1.5 rounds. It's gonna be scary playing the over, but I honestly I feel like it's gonna go over 1.5 rounds. It's gonna be like that Lusa fight. I feel like it's gonna be similar to that Lusa fight. If Bonfim, like I think I don't think he's gonna like submit him in the first round. If he does finish him off, it's gonna be later. The over, I think the overs are like they only open the overs on Bet Online, and if I want to play the over, I'm gonna parlay with something, and you can't parlay the totals on Bet Online. I mean, you can parlay the over 1.5, but I'm gonna like do maybe the over like 5 stars round 2. I like that 5 stars round 2. It's probably gonna be like -160. This one, the over 1.5 rounds like -144. I think right now -144, -145 on other books. I think it goes over 1.5 rounds, really do. But I'd take the 5 stars round 2. It's gonna be scary though because Bonfim has so many finishes early, but I think as he takes a jump up in competition, it's going to be tougher for him to finish these guys off early. We see it happen time after time with these guys when they fight better opponents. They don't really finish. They're not really out there finishing like they normally are. Bonfim could sleep Chaos with the submission. I mean, he does have a pretty nasty guillotine, but I don't know if I see him, man. Well, I've seen Chaos survive submission attempts before. Over 1.5 rounds for Estevam fight. Okay. Honestly, like I feel like that's risky over 1.5 from the Estevan fight because Estevan has crazy, like he's actually got a pretty nasty ground and pound, and his Aguilar has a nasty guillotine. He's probably gonna go for a guillotine early. Let's break down this fight. Let me do the poll. So the people are picking Bonfim at 55%. I like the over in that Chaos fight more than the over in this one, honestly. They opened the totals out 2.5 rounds in this fight, but the money came in the under. And which makes sense. I've been picking S1 by KO because I think it's gonna be alive to finish him off on the ground. S1. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the Chaos 5 stars round 2 or like over 1.5 rounds in a parlay. I like that one. I think Bonfim's gonna be he's gonna respect Chaos Liam early, man. I don't think he's just gonna rush in and just start swinging early. Estevan has better wrestling here, guys. He's gonna be bigger. He's gonna be stronger. He's gonna have better striking. But Aguilar is 5'4" with a 62-inch reach, and this guy has a crazy guillotine. If he goes for a guillotine, man, you're probably gonna go to sleep. Like he goes for a guillotine almost every single fight. I've seen him. He went for a guillotine on Tatsuro Taira. Edgar Chavez is tough as nails, man. Chavez hasn't been finished in UFC. He's fought okay guys in UFC. Joshua Van. I mean, he fought Lacerda. It was terrible. I mean, but Lacerda. But it's not even Tatsuro Taira couldn't finish Chavez off. So the guy is scary, man. Like he's gonna go for a guillotine. He's a little fucking midget. But like, what else is gonna do? Is he gonna be able to hold strike game at range? I don't think that's gonna happen. Esteban has better striking at range, and he's actually got really good wrestling. So Esteban's gonna be bigger. He's gonna be the better wrestler here. Hasn't really been working out for these undefeated guys this year. Let's be honest, Ray. How many undefeated guys have we seen lose this year? So the way the trend is going this year, I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to parlay this guy -400? I'm gonna play the S1 like ITD. I think ITD is not bad. S1. I think he's gonna finish him. I really do. I don't see this one going over 2.5 rounds. It's a 5-8 fight, but I think Aguilar's gonna go for a gilly. If he doesn't have the gilly, he's gonna be on bottom. S1's gonna be his grappling is really solid. So and I almost seen Jesus Aguilar get finished up by Mendoza in the second. If you go watch the second round back against Mendoza, he went for a guillotine and he gave up top position, and Mendoza had him in full mount. Lucky for him, they were in Mexico City, so the referee didn't stop the fight. But anywhere else, I think they would have stopped the fight anywhere else. I really do. But obviously there was some bias over there in Mexico City. So yeah, they didn't stop the fight. But if Esteban has the same position on him, he's gonna finish him off because he's way better than Mendoza. Under 2.5 rounds is not bad, honestly. Here, yeah, the team's aligned to 1.5 now. Because they opened the lines at 2.5 rounds, and the money came in the under 2.5 rounds. I think. Yeah, the money came in the under 2.5 rounds, so they took the line away. fight doesn't go the distance. -140. I think fight ends by submission. Yeah, fight doesn't go the distance. I'm gonna lean towards this one. This one doesn't go the distance. Just stylistically, I think Estevam is gonna be able to finish him off. Like him not finishing Charles Johnson. I mean, no one can finish Charles Johnson. Like we've seen Makayev couldn't even hold this guy down, bro. Charles Johnson, like people don't really just hold on Charles Johnson like that. And Estevam was able to just hold him down in the first round before he ran out of cardio because he took the fight. I think he took the fight on short notice, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think he took that. Yeah, he took that fight. No, did he take the fight on short notice? No, he missed weight. Okay, he missed weight, so he was looking really tired. So if he is tired in this fight, man, if he hasn't finished his Aguilar in the first two rounds, there's a world that this guy goes for a lazy takedown in the third round. He's tired and he shoots into a guillotine. That could very well happen here if he can't finish Aguilar, because Aguilar is going to be there for the whole 15 minutes. But I think Estevam should have this one. Honestly, I do. Estevan's a BJJ black belt. Yeah, he's actually fought some okay guys, even outside the UFC. Like this guy, he's actually got some okay wins. Like Jao Elias is okay. I mean, Visconti is okay. Visconti's going to be in the UFC. I think he's going to be in the. He's actually pretty good, Visconti, in LFA. It's actually pretty solid. Like he's not been fighting complete bums also the UFC. So when he fought Charles Johnson in his debut, I did pick him there over Johnson, but he was looking tired, to be fair. But Johnson is like, he's actually bigger than Estevam. Like, so it's going to be obviously going to spend a lot more cardio trying to hold on Johnson than a guy like Jesus Aguilar was like 5'4", way smaller. If Mendoza found that much success wrestling, yeah, honestly, yeah, that's why like I'm leaning towards finish. I think you can finish him off from top position. He's a fiend for the ban. What are we talking about? I'm not even sure. All right, let's yeah, the over. I'm gonna lean towards this one going under 2.5 rounds. I think we're gonna see a finish here. Either Aguilar goes out there, finishes him early, like has him in a guillotine, or like we see Estevam just even Estevam can submit him too. I think Estevam has grappling to submit him, take his back and submit him, because Aguilar does give up his back when he's trying to get back up. Let's move on. Next fight on the card. Where is it? Okay. We got Jared Gordon versus guys, I can't give you guys a pick on this one because I haven't watched tape on this Rizzy Boyev guy. So I'm gonna pass. So we'll probably break down this fight later in the week on Friday after the weigh-ins. But for now, I'm just gonna pass because I haven't seen this guy fight before. Let's do this one. Let's break down this one. Angela Hill versus Souza. S1. Yeah, S1's got really good grappling. And wrestling, he's not just a BJJ nerd. Like he's not one of those grapplers that's gonna pull guard and like try to get a takedown. He's actually gonna go for takedowns. Hill versus Souza. Hill is 40 years old, guys. I mean, am I crazy for picking a 40-year-old Hill here? Hill's fucking 40 years old. I mean, how long can he keep doing this? He actually hasn't looked bad. I mean, even though he's 40 years old. This is like similar to Denise Gomes. I feel like this matchup is like really similar to Denise Gomes. Denise Gomes like fights similar. She has some power. She swings for the fences. Cardio really isn't all that great. I'm gonna pick Angela Hill here. I don't know. I might kind of like regret it because Angela Hill is 40 years old. Every fight's close. I'm gonna go towards Angela Hill here. I think these are the girls that she's able to beat. I mean, when she's fighting girls that are like ranked, Mackenzie Dern, Tabdarici, she loses, right? I mean, Tabdarici fight was close. I picked her over Tabdarici, but that was actually really close. But I scored that fight for Tabdarici. I honestly thought Tabdarici did enough with the takedowns, and also though he was able to match her volume on the feet. Yeah, so even out there beat DC Gomes. I actually bet DC Gomes at like -115, I think, and just a horrible bet. I mean, she's like, I think she won the first round. She lost the second, third round because Angela Hill she can put a pace on these girls, man. CB Ricci, I don't think she did. I mean, I scored that fight for Ricci, even though I picked her. It was close. It was definitely really close. I'm gonna go with Angela Hill. I mean, she's 40 years old, but she's not losing to girls that are like unranked, right? She beat Emily Ducote. I mean, what are we fucking doing? Ducote's terrible. Is she still in the UFC? She beat. Oh, she's not in the UFC anymore. She's fighting in Invicta. Oh my god, Mr. Demopoulos. I remember that one. That one fucking hurt. I told myself all week I wasn't gonna bet this fight. Then I fucking parlayed to Cody, like in the morning for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna go towards Angela Hill, guys. I'm gonna pick her. I'm not fucking betting this fight. I'm not putting $1 on this fight. Good luck if you guys are. But maybe live betting this one would probably be the way to go. Angela Hill second on live bet would probably do that. Maybe if we can get like crazy plus 200 on her. I think early is gonna have trouble because Souza hits pretty hard. It's gonna be younger. Yeah, I'm still gonna pick Angela Hill. I've seen more of her at the UFC level. I mean, beating Hardegui, like Hardegui is fucking chinny, man. Like how many times do we have to see Hardegui get chin now? It's like she's overrated. She's got good skills, but like she can't take a punch. Mardik Man's like fucking 4 feet tall. I don't even know what Mardik Man's good at. Honestly, I really can't tell you guys. What is Mardik Man good at? She's not even fucking good looking. I mean, it'd be one thing if she's good looking, right? Like fuck. Like I'm not even sure what she's good at. Like how's she in the UFC? What are we doing right now, UFC? God damn. I'm picking on Hill. I don't give a fuck about this fight. Hill's a baddie. He's not bad. I mean, for a black chick, doesn't look fucking bad. You're gonna go with Souza. I mean, that's fair. WMC. What happened last week, bro? You said your boy Strickland was gonna win, then you fucking ghosted us after. Like I told you, stay in the chat after, bro. WMC. Come on, bro. You can't be ghosting later. You can't. You gotta stay in there. You gotta take your fucking. I'll take my L's like a man. I picked Tatiana Suarez, right? And I took my fucking L like a man. So like you just fucking disappeared after WMC. I was like, I was never gonna see you again. This dude just fucking left, bro. Like after, and I was like waiting for you to like stay in there so like I could fucking rub it in your face after. But WMC just he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. That was fucking hilarious. UFC prediction. Yeah, my picks were fucking atrocious. I mean, but I'll tell you guys one thing, bro. We made fucking money last week. How many other people are out there making money that go do bad on picks? I think I went like 4-7-1 on picks last week. When we still made 5 units on the card, almost 4.73 units on the card. That's how you know I got fucking talent for this. Like when I do bad in picks and still make money on this card. That's how you know I can do this. I'm pretty good at this. Do you like that high level fighters in the UFC can bro, what do you do? I don't know. I'm having a fucking brain fart reading this. Do you think that high level fighters in UFC can have weird records like Angela Hill and Michael Johnson? I mean, they've been fighting. Like, look at the girls who's been fighting. She's fought pretty much everyone. I don't think there's a girl that she hasn't fought in the UFC. I mean, at her weight class, she's fought everyone. I mean, she has like 25 fights in the UFC or like 26 fights at the UFC level. That's a lot of fights in the UFC. So you could have beat Amanda Lemos. I actually picked, I think I picked Lemos there, but I scored that fight for Angela Hill. She got dropped early, I mean, but she was able to rally back and kind of break Lemos later in the second, third round. Yeah, she fought Yan Chanan. I mean, like, I just gone Raj. I think this is the type of fight Angela Hill can win. I mean, but she's 40 years old. I mean, so eventually we're gonna see a drop off in speed and like skills. But her skills are probably still gonna be there, but the speed and the power. But I still think she's durable enough, and I think she can eat a shot from Souza early and put up a volume on Souza and break her. So I'm gonna pick Angela Hill by like. Can she finish her off, man? Souza, we have seen this girl finish before. Like it's not like she's like has a crazy durability or she's been finished before. Karine Silva, I mean, I'll give her a break. Karine Silva has really good BJJ. But yeah, she got finished by Ariane Carnalosi. Like, Angela Hill is probably not going to finish her, but I mean, there's a chance. She finished Pinheiro. She finished fucking Pinheiro. I mean, what are we doing right now? Holy shit. But yeah, I mean, Robertson couldn't finish Pinheiro. Like, I still can't believe that. Like, Robertson, Julia Robertson. What was her name? Juliana Robertson? Fuck, I'm forgetting her name now. Yeah, I can't believe she didn't finish her. I was like, I had so much money on that. Like, I had a crazy long shot parlay. And she couldn't fucking finish Pinheiro. That was disappointing. All right, let's move on. I'm not fucking betting this fight. I mean, good luck. Maybe her and Cavalcanti in one parlay. I was thinking about it, but like, bro, Angela Hill's fights are like, even when she's winning, most of her fights are like split decisions. I mean, so like, you're just hoping the judges give it to her. Even when she should clearly win, I mean, they just don't fucking give it to her. I mean, so I don't want to bet on a fight like that. Let's move on. Next fight on the card. Now, this is a fight that I am pretty confident in. I'm actually pumped for this one. Hill is a cool chick. Don't get me wrong. I mean, no one thinks he's gonna be a fucking supermodel, right? DK, like no one said that. I don't think I'm saying that. Lane, are you picking Souza? You gotta go with Souza, right? She's 10 years younger. She's got more. She's coming into her own right now and beat us. He just knocked out Hardigui and subbed her in the first same fight. I mean, but Haragui's like she's been exposed now too many times. Her durability just really questionable. Bro, I don't bet split. This isn't, bro. Man, fucking crazy. I've tried like once and I'm fucking. It's not worth it. I remember betting Victor Henry to win by a split over Jordan. What was his name? Jourdain? Yeah, Charles Jourdain. That's the only time I bet anyone by a split in the last 2 years, and he probably could have won that fight. Honestly, he probably would have been split if he went to scorecards because he was actually doing pretty well over Victor Henry was doing pretty well. Then he got caught up in that submission later. Yeah, I don't. It's plus 200, bro. It'd be one thing. It was like plus 450 for that fight to go to split. But like they know what's gonna happen, man. These books are way too smart these days. They're not fucking dumb. They're not gonna give you plus 400 on that to go to split. Because I could see the first one maybe being a 10-8 and then the second on, third on, like could be a split. Honestly, I'm gonna pick Angela Hill by split. I'll pick her by split. This isn't. All right, let's talk about this one. I'm actually pumped for this one. This is the fight that I'm actually gonna play a prop on. We made money on this guy Delgado on Dana White Contender Series. We're live during his Contender Series fight. We made money on this guy. Like we cast on him by KO at plus 250. So I'm just waiting to see where they drop the props on Delgado. Matthews is, I would say Matthews is tougher than this guy. Juarez kind of ran out of cardio. But yeah, Delgado's got that crazy fucking power. He's actually throws knees in the clinch. He'll throw flying knees and like high kicks. He's actually got legit power. Whereas Matthews is a primary grappler. Has striking. I mean, striking looked better in that Jair fight, but Jair is actually like fraud. He's actually a fraud. I mean, he came back after like 4 years off and hasn't looked good. Hasn't looked the same since. I mean, yeah, he fought in 2023. Now he hasn't fought in like 3 years. I mean, or like 2 years. I'm picking Delgado KO. I'm pretty confident Delgado KO. He's one of my most confident picks on this card. If Bazookia can knock you out, man, like Delgado's gonna be able to find that chin for sure. The way Matthews can win this fight, if he's able to stay at range and then just kind of can outpoint this guy, maybe mix in takedowns, but I don't think his wrestling is all that good. The only time I've seen this guy wrestle and have actually looked good when he's wrestling is when he's like when he beat this guy Andrew Cruz, is like fucking 5'4". He's like 34 years old. That's where they found this guy on Dana White looking for a fight. Oh yeah, he lost on Marshall. He just got dog walked for like 3 rounds, completely washed for like all 50 minutes. He didn't have any success in that fight. Then he beat this little fucking midget who's, I don't even know what this guy's good at, honestly. I really can't tell you guys. This was actually a good win. This was a pretty good win because I actually picked Jair Farias because he's out of Fighting Nerds and he beat this guy 30-27. So he looked good in this fight. Bajukia doesn't really knock out anyone. He's got 1 win in the UFC and it's over fucking Connor Matthews. I mean, what are we doing right now? He got knocked out by Jamal Emmers in 49 seconds. I still can't believe that one. Jamal Emmers hasn't knocked out anyone in the UFC, I think. Yeah, he's got 1 knockout. I mean, what the fuck are we doing right now, UFC? Delgado should knock him out, man. I'm gonna bet 1 unit on him by KO when they open the props. On Bet Online, it's like plus 200, I think. But I'm gonna bet on FanDuel when they open it. That's like the one bet that I'm actually kind of confident in. Delgado's minus 310. I do have an parlay with Cavalcanti and another leg later that we'll talk about later. Delgado KO plus 175. It's plus 250 plus 275 when he opened up, but we'll see where they open the props on other books like Bedway and FanDuel. FanDuel is gonna have the best number. I feel like they normally do. So I'm gonna bet that on FanDuel plus 200 on Bedway, plus 250. I'll bet it at plus 250 because we bet it at plus 250 on Dana White Contender and he cast that pretty easy. So I'm pretty confident he's gonna get the KO here. High confidence pick Delgado. Moneyline parlay piece. I like that parlay piece. Minus 300. I mean, it seems kind of crazy because he's coming over from Dana White Contender Series. But Matthews, I don't know. He doesn't have enough power on the feet. I feel like he's gonna have to outpoint him and stay safe. And if Bazooka can sleep you one shot, Delgado's gonna do terrible things to him. I feel like I'm gonna pick Delgado KO. Easy pick there. All right, let's move on. We got Vieira versus Andre Petroski. Bro, Andre fucking Petroski. Remember when people were picking Josh Fremd over this fucking guy, man? Like, Josh Fremd's a bum. Remember that? Remember he was a pick him against Josh Fremd? That was crazy, honestly. Like, his stock was so low at one point that, like, people were, like, writing him off against Josh fucking Fremd, who's terrible. One of the worst fighters in the UFC ever. All right, let's do this poll. So the people are picking Delgado at 89%. I'm picking Delgado all fucking day. Yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, I have a lot of bad picks. I mean, people can like talk about my bad picks. Well, like if you pick Frem, you should be fucking embarrassed. Vieira versus Petroski now. The former banana cushion enjoyer, yeah. Bro, that's Ernie. That's gotta be Ernie, right? Hey, bro, it's fucking freezing out here. Like, I just cleaned the fucking driveway like an hour ago. Yeah, we're guys. So like we know Petroski's gonna do, right? I know people are saying he's gonna go out there and strike with this guy for 3 rounds. I don't see him fucking doing that. Like he's gonna wrestle. I've never seen a fight where Petroski just strikes for 3 rounds. He wrestles. I mean, even against GM3, he was trying to wrestle with him, and he dropped GM3 early, but then he got fucking really tired in the 3rd round. You guys remember that? Like he got really fucking tired. Like I actually bet him there over GM3. And I had him parlays and he fucking won somehow. Thank goodness for that. But like that was one of the worst bets I ever made in my life because he was looking terrible, man. I don't know how how GM3 didn't finish him off in the 3rd round. He should have finished him off in the 3rd round. He was so fucking tired. Jacob Malkoon, I mean, what are we fucking doing right now? Like I'm not even gonna go back and watch this fight because I don't. Even if I do watch, if I watch this fight like 100 times back, I'm still not sure like how he got knocked out. Like I still can't tell you guys if I watch this 100 times over. It's just fucking hard to tell like what knocked him out. Malkoon really didn't land anything. I mean, it was Petroski going for a takedown and he knocked himself out. Like, what are we doing right now, Petroski? Then he beat Josh Fremd. I picked him over Josh Fremd. Josh Fremd's fucking terrible. Just wrestled him down. Dylan Budka. I picked him over Dylan Budka. Terrible fight. Horrible fight. I don't know. I didn't go back and watch that fight. I don't want to. It's gonna be a waste of my 15 minutes of my life. I mean, is there a way Petroski can go out there and beat Vieira? There's definitely a way. We've seen Vieira drop before. Brandes was able to drop this guy and drop him like twice, I think, in the 1st round. Then Brandes made a mistake going for a gilly on this guy who's world champion in BJJ. Only Brandes is going to do something like that, right? Cody fucking Brandes, Bumdes, I mean, whatever his name is. I'm picking Vieira, guys. I think Vieira should be able to win. You know what the crazy thing is? I picked Petrosian over this guy. That was a really bad pick. I find out quickly. Like there's levels to this game when it comes to fucking grappling. I mean, Petrosian is just a striker. I thought Petrosian was gonna be able to like keep it on the feet and knock him out, maybe, but that wasn't the case. Petroski, he's probably got more power on the feet, but I'm not really sold into striking that much. I don't think he's all that technical. He's strong for the weight class. He can probably get a takedowns in Vieira. Vieira is okay on his back. I mean, he'll go for sweeps and he'll go look for submissions and stuff like that. Haven't really seen him get a submission off his back. I mean, so I'm not really sure if he's gonna be able to get a submission if he's on his back. He's gonna have to get a sweep on Petrosian and then get a submission from top position on him. Because I don't know if his grappling is that crazy from his back. Like I haven't really seen him get a triangle off his back. I mean, has he? I don't think he has, right? Yeah, he's not really. He's normally like getting rear naked choke or like arm triangle and stuff like that, right? Like haven't really seen him get a submission like triangle off his back or something like that. I think there's levels to this game, man. I know Petrosian hasn't been sub, but if you go back and watch his battle fight, he got like I think it was a Dark choke or ninja choke in the Ultimate Fighter a long time ago. I'm picking Vieira submission. I think I want at some point, like I'm gonna say a 3rd round submission for Vieira. I think the 1st round is gonna be close. I think Petrosian's gonna have moments. He's gonna take him down, hold him down for a bit. Then he's gonna get tired later. He's gonna wrestle, panic wrestle. Then I think Vieira's gonna be able to submit him later. So I'm picking Vieira here. I'm picking smoking that banana hammock. What the fuck is that hammock? Pick him on that good kush. Bro, I don't fucking smoke anymore. Or really Vieira. I picked Vieira as well. Yeah, the Vieira he should be able to beat a guy like Petroski. I mean, Petroski he's okay. I mean, he's not bad. Losing to Michel Pereira isn't the worst thing ever, but like he took that fight on short notice, to be fair. Then he fought Joaquim. This was the one that like makes me scratch my head. Malkoun one was like the worst look ever. I mean, I don't think Malkoun hit him with anything. I mean, honestly, I might have to go back and watch that because I don't remember him hitting Petroski with anything. I mean, he just like folded. Then he beat Frem. Then he beat Dylan Buka. So he hasn't really been fighting guys that have high level BJJ. Like Fremd is, I don't think Fremd is at the level of Vieira. I'm picking Vieira here. Vieira right now. What's the submission Vieira? Minus 250. I feel like if he wins, it's gonna be submission, man. Or I could see Prosin just like wrestling him because I do think Prosin has better wrestling, whereas Vieira has better sweeps and he can get a top position, maybe get a submission. So plus 150 for submission. That's something I'd probably look at. Put that on the long shot prop, parlay or something like that. That wouldn't be a bad long shot. Like Delgado KO Vieira submission and the main event to end by KO. I might do something like that. All right, guys. Let's talk about the next fight now. We got Ismail Bonfim taking on Nazim Sadikov. Can we get a Petroski poll? I already did a poll for. Oh, I did a Vieira pro. What the fuck, man? I'm tripping on. Holy shit. I mean, fuck. I'll do the poll. We'll still talk. I'll do a proper poll then. Yeah, it's fucking 1 a.m. right now. Vieira's gonna be fighting Vieira. Yeah, Vieira's a lock against Vieira, bro. 100%. I'll do the poll. Submissions plus 150, man. What about fight ends by submission? What's that? Fight ends by submission. It's probably not likely that Protein gets a submission, but you never fucking know in this MMA game. Bet online. I do think Vieira's tougher than like I've seen Vieira drop before and he doesn't just fold like Petroski, right? When you see things like that, I've seen Petroski just fold so many times when he gets dropped. Whereas like Vieira, he gets hurt and he'll still fight on. Like he's a lot tougher than this guy, Petroski. What about fight ends by submission? What's that one? I like just doing those ones. I mean, like, it's because you never know, right? In MMA, some crazy things have happened before. Remember when Grasso subbed Shevchenko? Where is it? Let's see. This is something I'd probably look at. Fight ends by submission, if it's not a bad number. Either fighter by submission plus 120. That's not bad. I mean, I think it ends by submission, honestly. I don't see them knocking each other out. Honestly, I think it's going to end by submission. So ends by submission isn't the worst look ever on this one. I'm on that good kush and alcohol. Let's go, Luis. Vieira might be a lock. I mean, honestly, like, I wouldn't say, for me, he's not really a lock. You know why? Because I do think Petroski has better wrestling overall. Like, he's got better control than Vieira. Whereas Vieira, he's going to need that submission, I feel like, because I don't think his wrestling is as good. But he only needs like one moment, I feel like, to go for that submission. Petroski can make a mistake, I feel like, here. I didn't play him in the parlays, though, if you're asking that. And I haven't parlayed him yet. Nazim submission plus 800. Guys, I'm picking fucking Nazim Sadikov here. I mean, he hasn't fought in 2 years, like over every year. I mean, we were supposed to see this guy last year twice, and his opponents ended up pulling out Medeiros. I was gonna pick Medeiros over him, and yeah, Medeiros ended up pulling out from that one. I was gonna pick him over Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan had staph infection, so like his luck's been terrible recently. What am I saying? Where was I? So yeah, Nazim Sadikov hasn't fought in a year, and I'm done betting on fighters that haven't fought in a year. Like I bet Tatiana Suarez. What was the other girl that? What was the other guy that I bet? Mike Davis. Yeah, Mike Davis came back after the layout, looked horrible. Tatiana looked horrible. So like, I think he can win as like underdog here, but I'm done betting on fighters off a layoff. I can't trust him anymore. Just can't. I think he can win. Honestly, I'm gonna pick him. I think he's got grappling here upside. His striking isn't as good as Bonfim, but Bonfim's striking isn't as crazy. Knocked out Terrence McKinney. And McKinney just You take McCain to the second on, you can knock him out pretty much. He beat this guy Abasov on Contender Series. Abasov was kind of a fraud. Wins Pichel, I picked him by decision. I think people thought he was going to knock him out. Pichel was tough. I mean, he couldn't even put him down even once. He did beat him 30-27, which is okay, I guess. But Pichel's fucking 40 years old. He's training with his brother. I mean, so if the striking only, I think he can win. But I'm not really interested in Nazim here. I think Nazim can mix in takedowns. He trains at really Longo. Learn from crude layout people. He actually looked good in the first round. He actually didn't look terrible. He should have finished Bellato. I'm actually kind of pissed off that they went to decision. That killed their live stream parlay on the. We had our live stream main card parlay on the card at plus 300. The only leg that killed it, I think, was that one right there. Let's see if I can find it here. It was like we had a really good parlay. I was feeling pretty good about that too. That parlay. Yeah, it's just fucking crude. Yeah, this one right here. Look, this one right here. So we had this is the one that we cooked on the live stream. We had the Duplessis versus Strickland fight to go the distance, and over 1.5 rounds in this one in the co-main. That was pretty easy. The over 1.5. I probably should have taken the over. Fight goes the distance. I mean, then we had our under 1.5 rounds in the Tafa fight, and the fight goes the distance in the fucking crude fight. And that one's, bro. I'm probably just done with the crude and Bellato. Bellato is fucking terrible. Crude should have finished in the first round. Bellato is so tough though. Like you can't finish this guy unless you were really good and you have good cardio maybe. Well, Bellato is tough though. This was disappointing though. At plus 300, I mean we were so close to hitting this one. Yeah, let me do the poll for this one now. So you guys are picking Vieira at 58%. Yeah, I'm going Vieira submission. I'm gonna play the submission in with something else I like on the prop. Delgado KO submission. I like that one. Bonfim versus Sadika. So I was watching Bonfim versus Cannonier. I was watching that fight back, and this guy tapped so quick, bro. Like that submission wasn't even under the chin. It was like a face crank. I mean, probably was a pretty bad face crank. I'm sure it wasn't. He didn't feel good, but I mean, there was like 3 seconds to go. 30 seconds to go in that fight, and he fucking tapped out so fast. So and he's been sub 4 times now. Not saying Nazim has crazy good wrestling. I don't think his wrestling's that crazy, but there is a chance that you can get him down at least once, right? He's been sub 4 times. I mean, in the first round too. So I'm probably gonna play Nazim Sadika submission. I don't care. Like, there's always a chance, right? When you see someone getting subbed this many times, there's always a chance that someone can take him down and expose their game again. Even though I think Santani has better wrestling than Nazim Sadikov, but still, RoboCop is a lock. Let's fucking go, man. Some referees would have called that crude. Yeah, honestly, I do agree. I think they would have, but yeah, Bellato was still in there fighting. I mean, Bellato's got to be fucking terrible. They might have to do Bellato versus Petrino to see who's gonna stay in the UFC now. They might have to do that now. That's the only fight that makes sense at this point, in my opinion. Fair Jared is a monster round 1. I think he's gonna have good moments early. I don't think it's just gonna get run over. Like honestly, I don't think this is if RoboCop just runs him over quickly, then Imava, bro, he's gonna be he's got a bright future for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nazim Sadikov. I'll go submission. There's no way both Bonfim brothers are gonna win, right? I mean, one of them has to lose. I feel like, and I feel like Gabriel is the better Bonfim brother out of the two. All right, guys, let's do this fucking poll, man. Shed Balajian. Every time I watch this guy fight, I have to pick this guy every time because he's normally should be winning all these fights, maybe other than Imavov and Hernandez. The guy is so untrustworthy, man. All right, let's do this poll. RoboCop's pressure will break him, I think. Yeah, I've seen that. RoboCop, if he grapples, man, I'd be all over RoboCop if he grappled more. Because I think his grappling is really high level. He just likes to stand and bang. Not that he can't win a standing bang fucking banger. I mean, but just it'd be easier, right? It'd be a lot easier, and you wouldn't fucking be at the risk of getting clipped with something crazy. Budka actually looks like he's in better shape this time. Let me see if I can find his Instagram somewhere. Instagram. Let's see. He looks like he's actually taking this fight serious, man. The guy's not as bad as he's looked recently, right? He looked terrible. I mean, he took down Almeida. Remember, he was underdog. He was a favorite over Almeida. You guys remember that? Like, people actually thought this guy was gonna beat Almeida, Cesar Almeida. What was he like, minus 150, I think, or something like that? We cast a plus 3.5 on Almeida pretty easy there. It was like plus 150. Then he was like, he just got completely dominated by Petroski with the wrestling. He didn't have any success in that fight. I'm not even gonna go back and watch that fight. Normally, I'll go back and watch all the fights back, just to the recent last like 4 or 5 fights back, just to get a feel how they look in recently. But that fight was so bad. He missed weight for that fight. Also, he missed weight. Like, not a good sign, right? But yeah, the guy, honestly, like, he's gone 5 rounds before. Like, he's not completely terrible. Let's see if we can find it. Budka. Like, if anyone has better cardio, I feel like it's probably I can't believe I'm saying this, but it probably is like Budka. Like, but I'm like, he's gonna have to just wrestle. Like, this is gonna take him down over and over. Like, we've seen that happen before with Sabajian, right? But like, he's gonna have to survive the first round, and I'm just not sure if he's gonna be able to survive the first round here. Yeah, he went to distance with Bakoyev, and it was actually like a 5-round fight. Should have been unanimous for Bakoyev, but they were fighting in America, so the one judge had it for Budka. He was putting pressure on him. They're fighting at a crazy high pace. So if he fights similar to how he did against Bakoyev, I think he can win this fight. But I'm not gonna pick him here. I think Shabajian should be the better striker here. Should win. I mean, but fuck, like minus 300. This guy that kind of like quits when things don't go his way. Losing to like Brunson, I mean, isn't the worst thing ever. Mavo isn't bad. Hernandez isn't bad. He was looking good in the Hernandez fight. I actually bet Hernandez by submission there. That was pain. That was actually really pain because he could have just subbed him and then he went for ground and pound. He's looking good early. Sabajian looks good early. I mean, most of these fights, he's looking good early. Like, he's beating up Hernandez early, beating up Gerald Mearser early, looking good in Mavo fight early. So like most of these fights is looking pretty good early. Then he just fucking, when things don't go his way, I feel like he just kind of like wilts. That's what I feel like is the case with Sabajian. For KO round 3 for for RoboCop, really. When Gregory got KO'd by Vieira, that was fuck, bro. I actually did parlay him there. I'll be honest with you guys. I just didn't know about Vieira back then. That's why I do my research now. Then I place my bets after. But like back then, like I used to just fucking bet on the guy that I thought was gonna win. But I wouldn't watch tape on the guys that like they're fighting. I would just trust the guy that's been at UC level. And he was like minus 300 or minus 250 or something like that over Vieira. He made a mistake. I don't think like he's been chinned before on Dana White 10 series. I mean, by Williams, I think. What's good, bro? What's going on, Adam? Vieira is the best middleweight in the UFC. Bro, I'm actually kind of disappointed with Vieira. Like, he could have won that. He could have beat Abus Magomedov. He could have knocked him out. Then he made a mistake. Like, he's got to probably fight at 170. I hope if he can make 170, I think Vieira's going to be probably number 170. Like, he's only like 5'9" or something like that. He's fighting at middleweight. Like, he's definitely built. Like, don't get me wrong. The guy is huge. He's fucking wide. He's built, but it's the reach and the length give him problems. It gave him problems against Riziboyev, and he gave him problems against Abus Magomedov. That was pain to watch him get subbed in the 3rd round when he almost had him knocked out in the 2nd round. Very tempting. Edmund should win. Honestly, he should win. I'm gonna pick him, but I don't fucking trust this guy at minus 400 over anyone in the UFC. But these are the type of fights that he should win. Like, we picked him over Dobson by KO in the 1st round. He went out there, knocked him out in the 1st round. But Dobson was cracking him early. I mean, so this guy's striking. He's there to be hit, but normally he gets the better of these striking exchanges with guys. Budka, I don't know. Like, his chin's okay. I mean, he's not that chinny. He just got tired against Cesar Romero and just folded. I don't think got chinned in that fight. So he's not really like a guy that's chinny or anything by any means. But yeah, he ran out of cardio because he took that fight on short notice against Almeida. He's 25 years old, right? He's still pretty relatively young. Like, he beat Chad Hennecam. Hennecam went to like a close decision with Alice Karov back in, like, I don't even know like how long ago that was. He's not bad. He can wrestle. His win condition is going to be wrestle here. because I don't think his grounded pound's all that good. He's not really going to be landing damage from top position. He's going to have to like take him down over and over and over and rinse and repeat. That's the way Budka is going to be able to win this one. So let's see what the later props in Budka is. Even though I don't think he's all that good, but I mean, you got to fade Sebagin in the second, third round against pretty much anyone at this point. If he doesn't finish him early, there's definitely a chance that he can get tired. This guy can put it on him later. Edmund is plus -360. If he goes, it isn't plus 160. Yeah, I would not play that. I mean, it could go the distance. Budka is pretty tough. But I'm going to lean towards the KO. I think Sebagin can get the KO. Plus 125 for the KO. If I do play anything, guys, I'm probably going to play the KO. Maybe like plus 150. Yeah, I'll play it at like plus 150 if I find it. But like, I'm not playing that fucking money line on Sebagin or any parlays. He should win. This is the type of fight that he should win, man. Sebagin should never be anything. I think against a guy like Budka, who hasn't really proven anything at the UFC level, like, I guess it makes sense, right? Sebagin he's been in the UFC for way longer, has more experience losing to better guys that have made a name for themselves at the UFC level. Like, he's not losing to complete bums. But like, it's the way that he's losing though. Like, I don't like parlaying guys that like kind of fold when things get tough and they can't have their way early. Like, I don't want to parlay those guys. Like, I don't mind playing by KO because I think there's a chance that he could knock him out early because he's gonna be by far the better striker. He's gonna have better high kicks, and he's gonna be quicker on the feet for sure. But Budka is pretty tough though. But I'm still gonna lean towards Sebagin. All right, let's talk about this fight, guys. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And we're getting close to 3K subscribers. If you guys didn't hear me, my picks are all free in the link down below. You guys can check it out and follow me on Twitter. By the way, I'll drop my Twitter right now to you guys. That's where I post like my long shot props and plays on Twitter. If you guys wanna check, follow me on Twitter. Damn, 94% in Sebagin. I think it makes sense. I mean, Budka hasn't really done anything at the UFC level yet. Do not play Budka. Like later prop, I'm gonna see what the round 3 props are for Budka. Like, it could happen. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but we see it's a trend with Sebagin. I feel like now when he has to like work, when people take him down, they don't let him just fight his fight. I feel like he just kind of like wilts a bit. But he's been voting against guys that are way better than him. But even against AJ Dobson was cracking him early. Like, he was looking pretty good early before he knocked him out. It wasn't AJ Dobson winning that fight early. I'm not tripping. I think AJ Dobson was winning that fight early, right? Like, I wouldn't say he was winning the fight, but he was winning the first round before he got knocked out cold. Yeah, I'm still gonna go Sebagin as a pick. I'll see. Like, follow me on my Twitter, and if I do end up betting on this fight, I'll probably post it there. All right, let's go, guys. We got Yusuf Jalal taking on Calvin Kattar. Bro, we've been making money on Jalal by submission. We cast at like plus 1200 or like plus 900, like something like that. Was crazy over Jack Shore. I only put 20 on it too. All right, let's do this fucking poll. This is actually a tough matchup, man. I don't think this is gonna be a walk in the park. Like, Jack Shore is a former bantamweight, whereas like Kattar is actually a legit featherweight, even though he hasn't looked good in a while. Kattar versus Jalal. You guys want Banana Kush fucking merch? I don't know where I can get. Like, how do I make merch? I'm gonna have to like go find someone to make merch. I'll probably start making merch at like 5K. We'll make merch at like 5K. It's like we'll definitely like at 5K. When we get 5K subscribers on the channel, I'll make a merch. I'll make some merch. Let's go, Adam. I'll follow you guys back on if you guys follow me on Twitter right now. Yeah, I post all my like long shot plays on there. Like, also like my long shot parlays, lottery parlays. Like, I post them all there. Like, I got a bet for next week already. Like, money line bet that I posted there already. So like, let's go. Yusuf Jalal. Yusuf's comeback story is fire. Yeah, I like this guy, bro. Like, Yusuf Jalal is like one of those guys that has like, he's always positive. I've never seen this guy like complain about anything out there. I love this guy as a personality. Honestly, he's looked really good recently. So we got Calvin Kattar, the Boston finisher. Wasn't it the Boston Bomber? Am I tripping? I remember his nickname was the Boston Bomber, right? Let me look it up. Was it Boston finisher? Boston finisher bomber. Whose name is the Boston Bomber? Am I fucking tripping? That was his nickname for some reason. Maybe I'm tripping. Let's see. Yeah, I'll follow you back on Twitter right now. Follow you guys back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe his name is fucking Boston Finisher. I don't know why I thought his nickname was the Boston Bomber. Okay, maybe that's fucking bad. I shouldn't be saying that. Holy shit. All right, guys. So at first, man, I'll be honest with you guys. At first, I was like, "Holy shit, this is the last minus 400." Kelvin Cater's ranked number 10 right now. This doesn't make any sense. Then I watched Kevin Cater's last 2 fights. This guy, I don't think he won a single minute in those last 2 fights. Hasn't looked good since he came back after a layoff, and he's still training at England Cartel. I did an interview with Angel Pacheco a while ago. This guy on my channel, you can probably find it on my channel. It was like fucking a year ago. I still believe in these guys, man, but I can't like defend him anymore, man. The team, they gotta leave their team. And you guys remember when Rob Font left the team? He's looked way better in his he beat Kyler Phillips, right? He's on like a 2-fight losing streak. Then he goes out there, start training with Firas Jahabi, and he looked the best that we ever seen Rob Font look in a while, right? Like so this team, New England Cartel, man, they got Chris Martino over there. Is he coming back to the UFC? He might be coming back to the UFC. Chris Martino. Holy shit, he's back. He's probably gonna be back in the UFC. Who's been fighting? Holy shit, he's been fighting some fucking cans. 6-10. Holy shit. I thought he was fighting legit guys. Okay, he's fighting 8-3. That's not that bad, but holy shit, that's pretty bad too. Chris Martino. Who else is training over there? Mitch Raposo. He's fighting Simmer Dyersy. Okay. Simmer Dyersy is probably gonna win that one. Connor Matthews is also on this card. Guys, parlay Yusuf Jalal and fucking and Delgado. And that's like the fucking that's like the parlay that you want to do right now. Fade England Cartel. As much as I want to see them win, I don't think they're gonna win. They've been losing. I don't think they got a single win this year. Even last year, they've been negative last year. They've been negative this year. They haven't looked good in a while. I don't think they have a single win. This team doesn't have any wins recently, like in the UFC. Like Cater's on a losing streak. Connor Matthews lost his debut. Angel Pacheco loses 2 fights. I mean, his first fight in UFC. So these guys are all fucking doing terrible right now. I want to see them win, but just the coach over there probably isn't good for them. The team, and I don't know what they're doing over there. I saw Matthews get KO'd in actual real life. You were there watching him get KO'd. That was kind of sad, man. I actually bet him there over Brazukia because I don't think Brazukia is all that good. Then he just got fucking starched because he couldn't doesn't have any knockout power on the feet to keep these guys away. I felt like on the feet. So then Brazukia just didn't really give him any respect on the feet. You bet him too? Yeah, I thought he was a good underdog. I was telling people like he's gonna win, bro. I was telling people all week, bro. I was like, yo, I'm telling you guys right now, man. Connor Matthews is that fucking dude, man. He's a former wasn't he a Navy or something like that, or like he's in the Air Force, not Air Force. I think he's a Navy SEAL or he's in the Armed Forces, a Marine. I think he's a Marine. Let me see. I think he is a Marine, right? Connor Matthews, controller. Is this name on controller? Matthews. I can't even fucking find this guy now. Whatever. I think he's a Marine or something like that. I mean, from what I remember. So, guys, this fight's gonna be pretty straightforward. Calvin Kattar, if he shows up like he did like 4 years ago, or like even against Josh Emmett, he can win this fight on the feet if he shows up against like he did against Josh Emmett. But I don't think we're gonna see the same Calvin Kattar anymore. Jalal, I think his momentum is gonna carry him in this fight. His grappling, I don't think his wrestling is all that good, but he knows how to time takedowns, and that's what helps him. I feel like he's gonna be able to time knees up the middle like he did against Jack Shore. Jack Shore is a former bantamweight. I mean, shouldn't be fighting. Should have never fought at 145. Let's be honest. But he's looked good, man. He's finishing people. Like he's making it look easy out there. That's what you want to see, right? You don't want to see like if he was going like close decisions and like 29-28 with these guys like Willie Corntello or like Jordan Aarons and like Jack Shore, I'd be like, okay, this guy is like barely getting by, man. He's not gonna be a guy like Calvin Kattar. But like he's finishing these guys. Like these fights are not fucking close. He's submitting these guys, all of them. He's submitting all of them. Not sure if he's gonna submit Calvin Kattar because Calvin Kattar is really tough. Like he took a beating from Max Holloway and he wasn't fucking going anywhere. And Josh Emmett has crazy power and he couldn't hurt him. Like I mean, he couldn't like really hurt him. Any didn't really have any big trouble. And I thought he should have won that Josh Emmett fight. But since that injury, man, he hasn't looked the same. And he just completely got washed by Sterling, who is really good, has really good wrestling, and he's looked better at 145. Even against Evloev, he looked really good against Evloev too with his wrestling. And that kind of scared me, bro. I had to fucking parallels with Battle and Evloev. I think Evloev and the People Fighters. Was it Kizriev? Yeah, Kizriev, Pentosa. No, that was the other card. Was it the same card? I can't even fucking remember anymore. But yeah, that was fucking easy though. That was not easy. I mean, Sterling made it look. He could have won that fight. Honestly, he could have. So like losing to Sterling is not that bad. Former champion at 135 looked really good at even against Evlo. He was a really good wrestler at 145. But yeah, Jalal, I think his striking is good enough. We've seen him go up against Deporia, and he won. I think he won the third against Deporia, but Deporia did take the fight on short notice. I think Jalal should win this one, man. 1-400 seems kind of crazy, but it's just one guy's on the up and up right now. He's 20 years old, finding his groove right now, whereas Kattar is like barely trying to save his career, trying to stay in the UFC. He's probably getting cut if he doesn't win this fight. What's his record in UFC? Let's see. He's 7-6. He's almost 500. Beat Dan Ige. I mean, that's a pretty good win, but that was back in 2020. Dan Ige can be taken on, right? We've known that for forever now. Giga Chikadze, he beat the shit out of Giga. That was crazy. I remember seeing that one. Holy shit. That was back then. Everyone was like, oh, Giga kick, bro. You don't want to eat that fucking Giga kick, man. Giga kick's gonna fucking fold you if you land that Giga kick. That was actually hilarious watching fucking him just beat the shit out of Giga on the ground and on the feet. He was just walking him down and off the first. Giga just has a terrible cardio. I feel like Giga, he could be undefeated right now if he had better cardio. I feel like Giga, if he had like more than one round of cardio, Giga could be undefeated. Right? I really do think that he could be like 10-0 in the UFC. He won the first round against Arden Allen, and he looked good in the Kattar fight in the first round, then just gasses after. If he doesn't finish it early, that's the problem with Giga. I don't know what's gonna happen with Giga anymore. He's probably gonna retire soon. Yeah, Jalal should win. I'm gonna lean towards it going over, man. If he finishes Kattar, like they might as well give him someone in the top 5 then, because like Kattar is really tough. He doesn't really get finished a lot in UFC. He's only been finished once in UFC, and that was a freak injury where he broke his knee or whatever. Yeah, misplaced his knee. I'm gonna lean towards it going over. I think Giga's overrated. I wouldn't say he's overrated. He's pretty good, man. His striking is really high level. His kicks, I really like his kicks, and he's looking good in the Allen fight before he ran out of cardio. He's just a gasser. He just has 1 round cardio. That's his problem. I feel like, not that I feel like that is his problem. I honestly like if I'll go back and tell you guys, like I bet Cub Swanson over him. I thought Cub Swanson was going to survive the first round. He just got folded with the body kick. I was kind of shocked. I was like, holy shit. I was like, this guy really has a nasty fucking liver kick when I seen him fold Cub Swanson. That was nasty. I honestly do miss Giga. Him landing those Giga kicks, it was sick. See him just fold people with the Giga kick, but it's a lot tougher when you're fighting guys in the top 10. And the guys aren't just gonna fold to a fucking liver kick like that easy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jalal. I think, I mean, he's gonna have to hurt him and then submit him because I don't see him just taking him down. Like we have seen Sterling take him down. I mean, to be fair, but Sterling is legit grappler, whereas Jalal has gotten better in his grappling. He's normally I think he's a striker mostly, but he's more comfortable in the striking than grappling. But he's got pretty sneaky back takes, so submissions are really not paying that well in this time. Like betting a submission over Jack Shore, who's a former bantamweight, should never be fighting at 145 is one thing, right? Like that's one thing. Well, Kevin Kattar is a legit featherweight. He's been in the top 10 fighting the better guys. Jalal bought ITD plus 230. I don't know if I'm gonna play the submission this time. Maybe like plus 255. It's not even that good. Like, so people are hammering the submission. It was plus 600. Now everyone's playing the submission this time. Crazy that like his submission was like plus 700, 800 even before he fought Jack Shore. Now it's plus 55. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards it going over. Honestly, I do. I think there's a chance that it goes over. I think Cater's fighting for a job right now. Giga's over. I don't think Giga's overrated. Just cardio is terrible. Blanchfield is ugly. Come on, fellows. Bro, I don't know why people find her so fucking hot. I mean, people think she's bad as fuck. Man, she's bad as fuck. Who fucking Blanchfield? Isn't she dating Klein? I thought they were like together. Maybe I'm wrong. But honestly, they're all together. All right, let's move on, guys. So let's move on to the main event now. I'm gonna pick a Jalal on the scorecard. So I think he's gonna win, and he's gonna be able to mix in takedowns, and striking is gonna be. He's gonna be able to get the better of the striking changes. Because I feel like Cater seems gun shy now. All right, and Jalal is a guy that has really good striking defense. I've never really seen this guy like put himself in danger and eat a clean shot, and he has a pretty solid chin. I don't think I've ever seen this guy drop before either. All right, let's talk about this main event now. This is a pretty good main event, honestly. Cannonier versus RoboCop. You know what I really want to do for this fight is live bet this fight. I think Cannonier is gonna look good early. Like he's gonna fade off her. I think RoboCop's gonna break him later, like down the stretch, like third, fourth round. I'm gonna say like a fourth round stoppage here. That's the way I see this one going. Cause like Cannonier is not bad. Like let's not forget that this guy was beating up. I mean, he almost got finished by Vittori. I almost forgot about that. Vittori was more locked the week back then, like almost 2 years now, a year and a half. I mean, Vittori should have finished in the first round. Vittori's so mid. Then he just beat the shit out of Vittori for the next 20 minutes. And then I don't know, Vittori's chin is built different. The guy just took an absolute fucking beating. That probably took 20 years off his life for sure. And then Mavov, he was looking good against Mavov. I mean, we picked him Mavov. I've been high on Mavov this whole time. So I knew Mavov, like, he takes his time and he finds his openings. And he was able to eventually, like, break him down the stretch. And he made Cannonier turn into a wrestler. And Cannonier really didn't want to, like, fucking strike with him at range, even though he was getting the better of the striking exchanges early in the first two rounds. But he was trying to clinch more. He was trying to clinch Mavov and, like, take him down. And Mavov has, like, better striking than RoboCop, I think. I mean, I don't know who has more power. I mean, maybe Mavov does that. Like, he's got better technique when he comes to boxing. Like, whereas RoboCop, he'll swing at you. He'll just fucking swing at you. He doesn't care what you're throwing back. He'll just like walk you down, just swing hammers at you. And like we know RoboCop's fucking tough, man. Like that GD fight. I mean, his face was like wide open. His forehead was wide open. I mean, that was one of the nastiest cuts I've ever seen in my life. This guy was still in there. But RoboCop should win this one at this point, man. But Cannonier is 40 years old. His only the only fight that he's looked good in is Vittori. I don't think like Strickland fight. He didn't win that fight. Like the only reason they gave it to him because he had forward pressure. But like I don't think he won that Strickland fight. I watched the fight back when I was watching tape for Strickland versus Duplessis last week, and he didn't win that fight. I watched it back, and there's no way that he won that fight. It should have been Strickland 48-47, or even 49-46 to be fair. But they just gave it to him because he was walking down Strickland because Strickland does just kind of let you just walk him down. Then he was looking good. I mean, he won the fourth, like second, third, fourth round against Vittori. Fifth round, I mean, he looked really good in the Vittori fight. Vittori's mid though. This is like RoboCop's like best guy that he's fighting UFC. I mean, by far. Like he's gone out there beating Leroy Duncan, who's not a bad striker, pretty talented striker, but not really proven at the UFC level yet. Brad Torres is kind of like on the down and down now. He doesn't look good in a while. Dennis Tululin, I mean, Dennis fucking Tululin, bro. This guy's one fucking loss away from 11-11. Holy shit, what are we doing right now, UFC? I like Dennis Tululin, man. I'm a fan of Dennis Tululin, but fuck, what are we doing right now? He's 1-5 in the UFC. Like, how's this guy still in the UFC, bro? What the fuck are we doing right now, UFC? What the fuck are we doing right now, UFC? God damn. He's 1-5, bro. Like, this guy, is this the worst guy in the UFC right now? Like, god damn. He beat Jamie Pick. Oh my god. Didn't he fight yeah, he fought who was it? Ikram Alizgarov, yeah. I watched that fight back, and he was actually looking pretty good early in that fight. Yeah, man, RoboCop should win. I don't have like bets on this fight yet, but I'm gonna see what I want to like. I'm not really sure what I should bet on. I was thinking about fight ends by KO here, like RoboCop money line. I feel like live betting him, you can get a better line on RoboCop live. I mean, because I think Cannonier is gonna have moments early. Like Cannonier has moments against pretty much everyone. I mean, he was looking good in the Kyle fight. He was looking good in the Mava fight. I remember both of those fights. You could have bet against him at like plus money in those fights. And so for me, like, there's really no reason for me to bet RoboCop before pre-fight. I think live betting is the way to go because RoboCop, like, he's not really couldn't really put away Christian Leroy Duncan early. Like, I mean, he beat the shit out of Christian Leroy Duncan. To be fair, I picked Leroy Duncan, horrible pick, I know, but like, I think there's gonna be opportunities to get RoboCop at like even money, -140, -120, even like. I think there's gonna be moments because the guy is hittable, man. It's not like this guy's crazy, like durable, like he is hittable. His striking defense isn't as good. And same thing with Cannonier, right? So I think it's going to be a back and forth fight. I think it's going to go longer than like 2 rounds. I'm going to say like a first round TKO for RoboCop because Cannonier, when he's tired, like he gets more hittable, and his chin durability just isn't there when when he gets tired because he should have been finished by Kaya Braulio. I don't know why the referee didn't stop the fight, and he should have been finished by Vittori in the first round. You think Cannonier round 1 gets caught often? I mean, I know he was getting caught against Vittori, but he's pretty tough, man. I think you can go the later rounds here. I honestly do. I think it's gonna be like fourth round, like later TKO. I think damage is gonna catch up because Cannonier has been taking a lot of damage. I mean, but RoboCop also we can't forget RoboCop is chinny. I mean, we can't just forget about that, right? Like his durability is probably getting better now. I mean, but bro, like he got one punch KO'd by Vieira. Jordan Williams back in Contender Series. Still haven't forgot about that one. And then Lopez back in like his first fight. I mean, so, but I feel like Cannonier's durability is getting worse than RoboCop. Like RoboCop can still eat a shot. I'm not sure Cannonier can anymore. And the damage that he's taken recently is going to be too much, I feel like. But I want to bet this fight live because I think live betting this one is the way to go. So we'll bet this fight live on the live stream. We'll probably like do like 1 to 1.5 units on RoboCop live in the first round. Or fight ends by KO. I think that's not the worst bet ever either. You can parlay that fight ends by KO. But one thing I'll say is like RoboCop, like if he's winning the fight, like he's okay. He's not really gonna like really go for it. Like sometimes he'll go for it. Sometimes he'll be just like content with just like outpointing you. Like I remember like him taking this guy distance. What was it? Where's the guy? Fucking Dusko Todorovic. I mean, back in 2021. I can't believe this guy took him the distance, honestly. But yeah, he has been finishing people recently, other than Leroy Duncan. I'm gonna lean towards like a fourth round TKO. Yeah, round 3, round 4 live as fuck. I think live betting. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be able to get him a better line live. Cannonier got dropped last 2 fight. Doubt he'll lose the third. He'll lost to the 4th round. I think he can, man. He's been going longer with guys. Even that like Amava fight was close. I mean, it was close and it was an early stoppage, right? Like he can recover pretty well. He's shown that he can recover pretty well. So if he gets hurt early, I can see him recovering a bit. So I'm gonna lean towards it going over. I mean, I think it could go a little bit longer against Obama on steroids with the peanut head. I'm gonna lean towards going over. I do. I just have a feeling it's gonna go over. Over 1.5 rounds, -105. Damn, people are betting the under. Oh, that's over 2.5 rounds. I thought it was over 1.5. I'm not gonna bet the overs in this one. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it could go over a bit. Fight ends in round 4 plus 800. Cannonier ITD plus 265. Fight ends by KO. I think that's the one that I like on this one. Because I don't see either guy going for submission. Even RoboCop, like he has the ability to go for submissions. His jiu-jitsu is high level. He's a world champion, but the guy just doesn't fucking wrestle or like he wants to just stand and bang. You think round 1 or round 1, 2, round 3? I'm gonna say like it comes after 2 rounds. I think either round 3 or round 4. Rodrigues KO'd decision. I think he's not really the type of guy that goes for submissions. I mean, he has the ability to go for submissions, but I haven't seen it even when he takes guys to the mat when he hurts them, he just hammers away with the ground and pound. He's not really gonna. I haven't really like seen him go for submissions. I mean, even against Chidi and Jukwani, who's primary striker, he had him hurt and just like hammers away with the ground and pound. He'll just drop hammers. He's not really gonna go for submissions. I feel like, but submission is pretty juicy though. Let's see what the submission is. I do want him to get a submission at some point. I mean, I do want to cash on him by submission because I think he has it in him to get a submission soon. But I feel like it's gonna hammer away ground and pound. He likes to just fucking break guys, throw hammers. What's the submission though on RoboCop? RoboCop plus 550. Okay, it's not that crazy. Fight ends by KO, minus 170. I like that one. I like that one more than the money line for RoboCop. I don't know. I like the fight ends by KO. I think there's a real chance that he ends by KO. Like 5 rounds is a long time. The way RoboCop just walks people down and he's there to be hit, or like he's gonna just fucking crack you. RoboCop isn't the guy that's just gonna like lay and prey on anyone. RoboCop KO is a parlay piece, low key. What's the KO? Let's see what the KO for RoboCop is. Plus RoboCop KO plus 170. Honestly, that's fucking solid. I think that's pretty solid. Because Kaio should have finished. What's his name? Cannonier in the 5th round. Yeah, that's better. I feel like that's better. Rodrigues KO than the money line. I'm gonna pick him by KO. I mean, both these guys are like favored to go out there and be ranked next week, right? RoboCop is favored at minus 200 to go out there and take Cannonier's ranking away. Rusa Jalal is favored to go out there take Cater's ranking away. So we'll see how that works out next week. I mean, this week, not next week. All right, guys, I'm gonna be out of here. We've been here almost 2 hours. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll probably go live. I'm probably gonna go live like Friday. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, so Wednesday. I mean, today's Wednesday, so I'm probably gonna go live like Friday night after the weigh-ins, and we'll do a final prediction. We'll go over all my bets and everything right now. Right now, all I have right now, guys, is so I got a money line bet for next week that I'll show you guys right now. So like only have 2 bets right now for like this week and next week. So one of my bet is the parlay that we made. This is the parlay that I made for this week. I'm gonna play like some like Delgado KO, RoboCop KO. That's the props that I'm gonna play when they open those on FanDuel. But this is the only parlay that I have for this week. Then I got a money line play for next week. Where is it? Steve Garcia money line. It's minus 160 now on FanDuel, so we got it at minus 140. That's my only 2 bets for next 2 weeks. So if you guys want to tail, it's up to you guys. But I like Steve Garcia, man. He's my dude. He's been cashing for me. He's been cashing for us for the past. I don't know, since the Hooper fight. I haven't bet against Steve Garcia. I know Barboza's tough. He's one of the better strikers, but Father time's undefeated, guys. I mean, and I think the damage is catching up to Barboza now. But if it's 5 rounds, I wouldn't bet on Steve Garcia if it was 5 rounds because Barboza would have more time to like come back and rally back and get that one done, right? But I feel like 3 rounds favors Steve Garcia, and I think his boxing is better than Barboza, and Barboza's getting up there now. He's taking a lot of damage. I mean, he took like 300 strikes, significant strikes against Murphy. Yeah, I don't think he won a single round in that fight, other than him landing up kick in the first round. I think it was over. So I'm pretty confident Steve Garcia. That's the only guy I trust in the next 2 weeks with money line. Delgado, Cavalcanti, double chance. I like their confident picks: Delgado, Cavalcanti, and Jalal. So those are my confident picks. So I like Garcia. I mean, next week I'm on Garcia already. I like Garcia. I'm gonna bet him by KO, first round, second on KO. I think he is gonna be able to put away Barboza. Like I bet Barboza over Sadiq Yusuf at plus 150, and Yusuf made a mistake. He should have knocked him out in the first round. He went for a submission, trying to finish him off, and he gave him time to recover. I don't think Garcia is gonna let him give him any time to recover if he has him hurt. This guy just fucking. If he has anyone hurt, man, this guy just like you watch him. This guy has you hurt. He's not gonna let you off the hook. He's just gonna throw some nasty elbows. Like go watch him versus Chepe back in LFA. Like him versus anyone. Obviously, like this is by far the best guy that he's fighting. Barboza, I mean, but I think he has it in him to like go out there, get it done. And he has the longest active knockout streak right now over Poatan. Poatan is at 4 right now. But Poatan's been knocking out champions. I mean, let's be honest, but still. Garcia 145 has like the longest knockout streak at 5 right now, 5 in a row. The guy is getting better right now. And I trust him, man. I trust Garcia next week. We'll see how that pans out for us next week. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys next one. Follow me on Twitter, and that's where I drop also Discord. Follow us on Discord. I drop NBA. We drop NBA picks. Me, Lane, and everyone else in Discord chat. Let me drop the link for you guys in the chat. Discord is absolutely free. I mean, everything's free, so no premium or anything like that. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys the next one. Take it easy, guys. Later.